Sense.
What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we're looking at multi-way PKO strategies. So let's get started. So it goes open call in front of us. And we're looking at what do we do with our range? And
We
where's
need to fold this.
where's my,
Where's call button,
where's my call button? I don't see my call button.
Yeah, that's, they probably didn't run these sims with that functionality.
They did, because we had the calling option, the very last hand we just saw.
I think this hand's mostly gonna fold and three bet some.
EP, I ain't gonna,
Yeah.
I don't want none.
Yeah, you need to fold this.
What's the starting bounty? I think that's gonna be important.
It would have to be 75, it looks like here. Maybe it would be 50 because it's 75. It would have
Yeah,
to be
they would
50.
have they would have needed to have an all-in and split the pot to have 100, right?
Man, I would be way too tempted to call here. And I think, I definitely think calling here is probably not bad. Can't be.
Yeah.
Hold on, I wanna see something. I'm just gonna take a snippet of this real quick. This is 37% of the field, okay.
So
What was it
the
doing?
question is,
Fold
does
it,
our range have
100%.
zero call? I don't think. Like it has to have some calls, right? The previous.
I think it's just so a lot of the GTO wizard ranges, when it goes EP, like it doesn't allow you, I think they had a custom script where it doesn't allow you to do calls until you get close to the button. So it won't like go EP raise, call. But if you look at like around the button or the cutoff, you'll start seeing the calls come back in. And I don't know if they did that to manage the size of the sims or what. But like I could generate this in HRC, which is what I was about to do. And, with much less accuracy, I'm sure you would see calls from here. So yeah, like if you hit like cutoff or button.
We are cut off here.
So this is UTG raise.
Yeah, button.
So there, the calls are starting to come in. It
Why
just
is that?
doesn't,
Because we give too much price to the players left to jam on us.
I think it's a custom script. But I mean, I could be wrong. It seems very strange that you would have a very prominent calling strategy in one node, but like a node previous, it's just like
But
non-existent.
even with the option and with a better position, it's still mostly folding A7 suited on the button. So
Oh, for
interesting.
sure, yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Even covering everybody, I would have definitely called at least. Yeah.
So what do you think here? Oh,
I would
No.
call, I would call here,
Call.
dude. This hand
Yeah,
performs so well. It performs too well and you cover them both.
Well,
Yeah.
mostly
And
call
it's
some three bet. No, just pure.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I
it's-
think you're gonna need better blockers if you're going to, play squeeze.
Yeah, and also it's super marginal, the spot, like 0.01 EV.
It's
So,
better than zero E EV.
Sure. Just saying. Fold.
okay, what do you call here with? This is actually what I wanted to look at.
Oh, okay, so, I'm probably calling nines here. Maybe nines, tens plus,
see,
something like that.
Precisely, what's the worst pair you call here? Do you
Nines
say
are-
fives?
Yeah, I'm folding fives. It's 60 big blinds. I know you cover, but it's a lot.
You cover, got access to both bounties. I think a small pair can do great here. My question, up to what stack depth? No, because I think there's a relation between quality of your pair and how much you're gonna pay.
And do you have hands like, I don't know, ace jack suited, ace queen suited, king queen suited here? That you call, and then you call like jam, you just gamble for the bounties?
Yes,
No, but you squeeze them.
Yeah, well, so you would have, yeah, like Frank said, you would have a lesser frequency of your suited Broadway. Because you would be three betting those some, but. Because you're 60 effective with the low jack. I don't know how much trapping you're gonna be doing with the top of your range, because. There's no like shorties behind that's really gonna spring a trap for you. But, I don't know. What do you, maybe ace queen suited you call here? I don't know. It feels bad.
Ace jack, do you fold ace jack suited?
That's a tough one, Louis. I think I do in game.
I don't think I would. What about queen ten suited?
Yeah,
No.
later. I'm not calling suited tens here.
King ten? You folding king ten suited?
Yeah, I'm not calling suited tens for 60.
Oh my goodness. Okay, then.
I don't even think I'm calling suited jacks, bro.
You don't even
Maybe.
think about it with like king, queen off, right?
Nah, 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 nah. 60's too much. 60's too much.
You'd
What
wanna
about-
be suited for sure.
Ace, jack off.
Yeah.
Mark,
60's too much, bro. 60's too much.
ace, queen.
Okay, ace queen's kinda close. I think I think solver might be indifferent with ace queen offsuit. Ace queen suited, I'm like probably just gonna call. If I have it here.
Hmm, okay,
We
okay.
should look at the range though. I'm kinda curious. I just feel like 60 is pretty deep.
So what I'm mostly curious about is the small pairs. Threes, deuces.
What? Yeah, it's gonna be like eights or nines.
Yeah, I'm with Nick on that one. I feel like 60 is just too deep for like pocket fives or something. Yeah.
No
whoa,
calling range.
Wow, dude, what is this? You don't call anything.
Yeah,
Zero call?
because you were like, yeah, that makes sense. Like what we were talking before, all the hands that may wanna perform as a call would have squeezed before.
Yeah, yeah, and you're seeing that here. So like,
I've never
Yeah,
seen
this-
that.
You're
Yeah, this is-
literally dead money.
yeah,
Never
this is a
seen that
very,
before.
this is a very odd one. Yeah,
Yes.
you just don't,
Wait,
you don't have a.
this is we're on the button, aren't we?
Cut off.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But you're closing action too, like, why would you have zero calls? Yeah, dude, that's wild. Nothing. It just doesn't call here. And it's because
Calling wings is too weak.
I think we're just too deep. So like, it's kind of what we were talking about. Like you are, you're just
Maybe.
raising everything
Oh,
that
we
you would
can
possibly
see
be
like
calling.
ace queen off is folding, nines is folding, tens is folding, ace queen suited's folding.
No, 10 is calling, but. there
Yeah,
aren't
yeah, yeah.
many tens.
Tens, you see,
It's
tens is 1.04 here. So tens would be a call. It's just, you don't really have it in range.
Okay, so it's not 0%.
Point, it's 0.02%.
Okay.
So
I
we
wish
have
it
a very
was
balanced range.
that kind of example, but like 10 big blind shove and then 20 big blind, something like that, you know?
Yeah,
mean,
a little more
Another
challenge.
question about that previous spot. You know, we're also in GTO, but is there anything you do different against population? Like they overjam and we can call nines, for example. I'm not saying it happens, but to give an example, or we trap some because they jam
My call
more.
range is probably stronger than a GTO call range, so I'm gonna have calls versus that jam. Like, for instance, I'm probably not three betting ace queen suited full frequency.
Yeah, I agree. I want to play post flopping position with double domination.
No, it's not gonna be too much different. Like, I am three betting a lot of this stuff. But, I don't know. I may have more tens and ace queen in this range than prescribed here. So I might find
Yeah.
calls sometimes.
I
but-
agree. Even even ace jack. Could we see if ace jack suited would be a call if I don't think so though.
It's definitely gonna
Oh,
be a
it's a
fold.
call. It's a full frequency call and fold. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a fold. I mean, it's like
And
2.64
would
to,
ace queen suited would also be a fold if we would have just called instead of.
I
You
don't
see
know,
that-
man. I'm gonna.
you see that zero? You see that zero right there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's-
mean, it's negative 1.49, so it's definitely bad in this arrangement.
Yeah, and it's a lot, not just negative 0 point something. It's a lot. So just tens, really. It's the only one you could have exploitatively as a.
Yeah, looks like it.
Interesting.
This is a fold probably because you're covered by the UTG guy. I mean, I just don't see a reason to get involved here.
Yeah, I agree. And he has like ace nine plus, so you're not really beating his
Exactly,
range at
yeah.
all.
Fold.
Yeah,
I,
just,
We
I'm
don't
very
cover.
disappointed here. My option is not.
It's a terrible call.
Yeah, I agree.
To
We don't cover anyone.
Jam or fold.
I wanna go.
Why do you want to call?
Because if a deuce comes, I'll be happy. But okay, cover.
You don't cover, yeah, so this is,
And also in a big table you have, well, not many folded before, but you have like card removal effect. Everybody will fold any 2x. So the chances of setting are less because they're gonna be more folded 2x on the long run.
Plus there's 3 covering stacks on the table that can easily just squeeze jam.
Totally.
this is trouble. I'm not calling this.
Oh, this
I'm
is
out.
this
Give
is
me out. Give me out.
perfect, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted.
The cutoff is gonna hurt you, Louis.
Easy.
The cutoff's gonna hurt you.
I don't think I think we have to call here,
Okay,
covering.
so
No,
see.
fold.
Yeah, and also like future game, right? If we call and lose, we're gonna like right now we cover all the table and that's important. And if we
Yeah.
lose this, we're not gonna cover as many.
I would be really curious about, maybe ace nine suited if it would, I feel like ace nine suited might be a little closer here. Like I might gamble 28 with, ace nine, but, not here.
open call, jam, call.
The call's gonna have you in bad shape here. That cutoff position, like,
The jam's gonna have us in bad shape.
So the ace nine, I'm not too. I think we can let it go, it's fine.
so here, okay, here's an interesting question, Nick. What do you think about this? So cutoff open, we call. Big blind jam, cutoff fold. What are you doing?
Say that one more time.
I'm
Call.
calling.
Same node here, but cutoff
Guys,
folds.
yeah,
Oh, I'm still folding.
I'm calling
I'm
that
calling
one.
as well.
I'm
But
calling. I think that the dead money from the cutoff and just like if he's jamming small pairs and some like suited broadways. We're definitely gonna be doing okay here, and he should have polar aces here in this range as well, so he should have like some ace five,
For 6. Oh,
16.
wait.
No.
I thought he was under the gun jamming. I misread this whole thing.
Yeah, these ranges are much wider, so it's, cutoff
So-
open, big blind flat, and then big blind, or button flat, big blind jam.
Okay, yeah, I'm calling in that setup.
Okay.
so what do we do with pairs?
Okay, I would be a little more willing to gamble with pairs in this arrangement, say, sevens, maybe even sixes, somewhere around there.
I'm thinking
Maybe.
like 5s.
Fives, I could, yeah, I would not, argue fives.
Louis, what are you doing with 2s?
Yeah, there's a good question.
I am gonna play for sure.
I knew it.
Twos probably would have been 3-bet, right, on the button? I don't think
No,
we're
2s
calling
is
twos.
calling.
No.
You like pure call your weak pairs.
So I would play every pair here. But now the question is, do we jam when we play? Like say you have pocket deuce here or pocket threes.
Yeah,
Or
I'm folding
fives.
those, man. I'm folding
Whatever pair
those.
you wanna play here, do you jam it? This is
Uh,
scrappy as hell, right?
No, not really.
I mean, GTO's gonna have every single hand at equal frequency jam and call, I believe, because it's just the same. Like 16 blinds put in and 12 behind, it's gonna be like
I think it actually
same.
splits, it actually splits that range. I don't think it just arbitrarily splits it. It definitely puts the strongest hands in that range and the weakest hands.
I think they all have a frequency. It's just, aces has obviously more call frequency, but they all have like both, just different frequency.
So
I
what do we
think.
do here with ace ten off? Cause I think ace nine is easy, but ace ten is maybe not so easy.
Bro, it's like, I don't know, man. Ace jack, okay, like you twist my arm with ace jack, I might say call.
Ace jack, you repop?
Yeah, maybe I just put it in with ace
And
jack.
should we have a similar case like the previous scenario where, I mean, all our rangers that wanna call should have jammed already pre-flop, or most of them at least.
Negative. This is much different. Okay, so you are gonna have like aces and kings in this range.
Yeah,
Because the squeeze ranges behind are gonna be way more prominent. Small blind's gonna be jamming a lot here, big blind's gonna be jamming a lot here. You're gonna put cutoff in a hard spot here a lot. I would be surprised if this didn't have aces and kings in it, almost full frequency.
okay, and how about the rest, like ace queen suited would have already jammed, right? Or like king queen suited or
I'm flatting those
jacks.
as well.
Tens.
I think it's gonna have a lot of ace king in the 3-bet range. Is usually just protects the 3-bet range for that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. You're gonna have, there's definitely gonna be strong hands in this range. Definitely gonna be strong hands in this range. But yeah, I don't know, man. If I was to say ace, jack, Louis, that's where I would draw the line.
What
I'd be
about
kinda interested.
suited aces?
Ace
Uh,
10, easy. I don't think many more.
Okay, and then suited hands like queen ten suited here.
Uh, queen, jack suited, stuff like that. King, jack suited, king, queen suited. I feel like I might gamble with some of those here.
Put it
I'm
in.
only calling king queen suited.
King, queen suited, yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough. It's just those hands perform really well against some of these jams here, but not so great against some of the calls from the cutoff is what I'm worried about, really.
A very tricky scenario. Let's see. I hope we have a good matrix for it.
You think ace nine off would be, 3-bet at some frequency there against the cutoff.
Yeah,
Perhaps,
So
yeah.
I'd be 3-betting that over calling probably if I'm playing it.
So the button is committing with sevens, a little bit of sixes. Ace, jack, king, jack.
I'm a little
Oh,
bit disappointed with this matrix.
it was kind of what I said. I mean, sure, there are a couple of hands, but most of them would have already, like aces and queens. I don't know why it doesn't trap here, right?
Maybe we're
Right.
too deep in ICM. 25% of the field left doesn't wanna trap anymore.
Yeah, and their ITM is right around the corner, right?
Like these are our three bets, ace nine off. Definitely a three bet. But very disappointing with our calling range here, which is we don't have a calling range.
I mean,
Ace
jamming
X.
is the same as calling. Same thing. He put in 16 big blinds out of 30. When we jam, he doesn't have a folding range.
Yeah.
So our calling range is pocket sevens, king jack suited plus ace jack suited.
Yeah, maybe there's too much ICM here. Hmm,
Easy fold.
do we jam or do we fold?
Fold.
Easy fold.
I think
Ace jack
25%
off,
left.
maybe.
Raise.
Fold.
Fold. Yeah. I don't you wanna like start putting pressure like ITM close, like bubble pressure? I mean, with what hands? I mean, you sure do want to, but
I would pick like a wheel before that.
okay.
Like a suited wheel?
I think it's close, like ace 10 off, maybe.
Mm,
Not too much offsuit tens against other gun.
I think specifically like ace 10 off and then like some king jack off, king queen off. You don't really
Oh,
want a
well.
jack though.
Okay,
Wow,
so a
super
little bit
tight.
of ace five, a little bit of ace ten, yeah.
no calling range. Wow.
Again, huh?
It's just ICM.
Yeah,
We need if you want to see what you're looking for, I think we need to not be looking at ICM stuff.
yeah. Let's cut down on ICM a little bit. See if it works. Just,
And then change that average stack to like 50 or 40 or something.
But then you will not have those early stages.
let's see. I would three bet here, or do you call to keep bounty access?
I'm mostly folding.
I raise.
I would,
Mostly fold, 3-bet some, no calls.
See, I have calls and raises. I don't have folds here. In position, pretty strong hand. I don't like folding. I would raise. Ah, see, it's folding a lot. And then we just fold. Then what do you call this 40 big blind with? Like. Eight? Like nines we three, well, do we three bet nines in this setup?
Yes.
So do you call with nines then?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm three betting, I'm calling. If not, I would have just called. Like, I'm not turning nines into a bluff.
Okay, so you wanna three bet call it off or call pre-flop? Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have blockers to turn it as a bluff. It's not a decent bluff approach, I think.
Let's see what the machine says. The machine says nines. And ace queen. Ace queen mixing. Be cautious.
With the ace of spades.
I would three bet a little bit here.
Maybe jam at this stage. Because
Mm.
we have very little
Yeah.
chips.
Jam.
Yeah, I think I'm jamming. They're gonna call wide as fuck.
Yeah, we don't have any fold equity here.
You wanna
Get
offer
it
the
in.
bounty as sacrifice? Put the 50 in the mid, see if they call it.
Yeah, I would. I mean,
We got a
most,
75 and a
I would only
66.
three bet small here. I'm not
and also,
jamming. I would jam the offsuit.
makes sense. But I think it's still jamming. And
Hmm.
also, like,
Yeah. It might
I,
jam even
I always
queens,
said this,
kings.
but you know, exploitatively, I would jam even more because they call just gambling, fishes, whatever stuff. Even more, like random hands that weren't even
See,
supposed
even
to
aces jump.
open or call.
Because
Okay.
our
We-
stack is so small, you know, like they have to call with like fives plus, you know.
Interesting. We have no races, just call or jam. Yeah, makes sense. Hmm.
Very deep here. I think we call.
I'd probably
Yeah.
just call here on the button in position, 150.
Oh no,
Okay.
Wow, raise.
it's raising a
Yes.
lot.
Similar though.
It seemed like a trivial call. Why do you wanna three bet more than you call? To be heads up?
Maybe get heads up, yeah.
So you three bet to call the jam. Heads up.
Not with this. No. I don't think so. Still 35 to call. It's a lot of big blinds.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay,
Can you put change move to raise to see that? And if they jam over us? Whatever.
sorry. Wow, so this is one of the things that I guess I've been doing wrong.
This is raise
I'm
or
actually
fold. We saw
in the
earlier.
in the other situation we were like covering, right? This one I'm pure folding this. I'm not even getting involved.
Really? I'm squeezing again. Okay. The fact, okay, so I need to pay more attention whether we're covered or not.
Definitely. Yeah, a coach of us used to say that if you play like a bunch of tables, try to open less PKO because of that. You need to have extra attention on specific details. Like, you know, you many times you miss like small blind had two blinds or stuff.
Yeah,
So that was a nice advice. Like you wanna open 12 tables, sure, just mainly vanilla. If it could be 100%, great.
Okay, so even more when you're like 20 tables, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So no calling range here again.
Makes
Wow,
sense.
wow.
Well, they both cover us.
And do we have any raise faults? I think they are all raising to call. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I don't
We have
think
raise
I'm.
folds.
Which one? Ace, king, jack. What?
King
This
10,
one.
king jack, ace 10 suited, ace queen off. Ace queen suited's close.
Could we put that in? Like take action, call, raise, and then they jam on us. And also, will our range be different if the under the gun jumps or low jack? Under the gun is jamming like from earlier and against two. I don't know. May.
I'm sorry, you guys were,
He wants to see we 3-bet and then we get jammed on what's our calling range.
Yeah.
let's guess it. Everything,
I
not
think.
this, not this, not this, not this.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Then which one jams? Under the gun or low jack?
Let's start with under the gun. We could see.
There's no way he can jam here.
He
Sneak-
has some jams and some four bets. Oh, yeah,
Looks
mostly jam.
Looks like he, okay, disrespect. And cut off.
We're also folding nines. We're also folding ace queen suited mostly. Sick. Tens plus.
Yeah.
Tens
Like
is
I
even
said,
like almost indifferent.
0, yeah. So 10 is the line.
Oh, and against the raise, that's interesting too.
Just gone.
Same stacks.
I'm probably calling here.
Yeah.
50% of the field left. If it was all the field, I'd venture to say it's a call. Half of the field, maybe we lose like 9-6.
Yeah, this might be like a
Ah,
folder mixing, but I'm still just calling here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mixing.
Okay. Two. Doo-doo.
Folder call. I think they're both okay.
I don't think so.
You think it's raising?
You have a jack, you have a 9, you block the bottoms. We don't cover. We don't have a calling range.
Oh, right.
We're on the button. We'll
So-
have a calling range.
We don't cover. Don't cover neither. You think we call
Yeah, I think we'll definitely have a calling range on the button still.
and
I could be wrong, but
yeah. Interesting.
Fold.
Okay. We
yeah,
Oh.
do-
folder call. Both okay.
Interesting.
God, I'm like a solver.
So we are pretty capped. Like we are pretty face up if we call.
Did we not have 9-7?
No, we had Jack 9 suited.
Okay,
Queen can off can do anything. Okay. Covering everybody.
Call or 3-bet, both fine. No folds.
Makes sense.
I think I like calling here a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm
need-
mostly
No point of,
calling it.
no point of bloating the pot here, I guess. We got a good
I'm
hand
three-
that's gonna play
I'm
post.
3-betting king 10 suited, king 9 suited before this
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah,
But
it's raised
Okay.
majority.
What?
Okay.
But it's obvious it's folding against the jam, so it's a bluff. I think in game I wanna like mix less and have more bluffs like offsuited stuff and not being denied that many equity with a nice hand. Yeah, like instead of like mixing ace jack off, I'm fully, I don't know, three betting, folding, I don't know, a7, king eight suited and ace jack off and just pure calling king jack suited. Like mixing so many hands, I think it's hard to remember, it's hard to randomize, and it's in game you rather have more pure strategies with hands, right? Again, that thing my coach said. You're gonna go crazy remembering all this stuff and just
Yeah,
having more like heuristics of, we have double domination, we have absolute position. We don't want to get for jam unfolding this equity. We just call it.
now here we cover just one of them. We
Let's
don't
call.
I think
cover
I just wanna call
original.
here.
Yeah, I
Flop a flush draw or flush.
Yeah,
I
call,
think you
call the
can.
suited aces, right?
I think you can three bet.
We could
Three
three,
bet or call.
I think it's mostly calling, having pure calling, basically.
then all the suited aces play. What about offsuit aces here?
Yeah, I think those are gonna be the bluff candidates.
What do you do with ace ten off, ace jack off?
I think they're in theory gonna mix, but in practice I would use them as bluffs.
10% bluffs, both? Let's see, a little bit more than 10%.
Yeah, as I said in game, I'm pure three bet folding and just, I'm not mixing that much. It's hard to remember, hard to apply. I'm using more pures. And it's not like you're gonna lose EV or be exploitable.
So,
Fold.
folding unless we were on the button, so this is very, very. Like,
It's just two strong ranges.
that's, it's even more than that. We don't really call if we're not from the button.
Well,
Right?
it depends on the positions. Like if it's low jack, hijack, or under the gun low jack, and we're in the cutoff or hijack, I think we'll have calls.
So what would be our bluff candidates if we are like not on the button and we don't have a call? Ace jack off is pure folding, so then what?
I think it's very, very linear, like suited tens and up, and then you just pick like ace jack off, king queen off, ace ten off.
Okay, rather have linear and fold like the bottom and call. Yeah, we saw that earlier, that
Yeah.
it folds
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to ace queen. Sure. More linear.
So we cover both here. I'm willing to flick two chips in here.
The
Why not?
I think it's gonna raise mostly and have some little calls.
I think fold.
I think it's all
Oh.
three. Yeah.
Three bet, sure.
Mm,
Yeah, three bet.
Yeah, maybe the easiest one so far.
I
I
don't
wanna
know,
go bigger than 6.5 here.
Yeah.
How much folding?
zero.
Actually, I
I
almost wanna
think
go all in with this hand.
I think this is gonna fold like 20 to 30% of the time, and then raise the rest.
really.
There's no
That
way it's
high.
fully. My
I
crazy,
think it's just way too up there to have folds.
yeah, zero folds here. Let's see. 3%.
Oh, no jams, wow.
No jams, 42, Arnie, it's allowed to jam, no?
Agree.
If you have ace king off, you jam ace king off?
No, no jams. You're 40 big blinds deep in position.
Yeah, you wanna induce, I think. Ace five suited to jam you or whatever. More in game than in
Don't
theory
really
also.
bluff all in. Yes.
Some slow frequency.
Jacks.
So
I don't
again
know,
with
raising
the
to 6.5, we're not gonna get any folds and
What? Arnie, let the people play. You don't play for them.
I'm folding, I guess. I mean, we saw a kind of similar spot earlier when it's even ace queen suited is having an
Yeah.
indifferent point.
Fold ace queen.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like
Tens?
tens plus and ace queen suited ace. It's like mixing. It's indifferent. At least the spot earlier wasn't that much different from this.
Tens.
Hell, even ace queen suited has 0 calls. Yeah, sure. Call.
Freeze.
Call or three bet? This has to be a three bet. It's gonna play better heads up, no?
Oh, I'm a fish.
Huge stack.
Calling. I mean, it's not gonna be a fold. I mean, it's not gonna be a 3-bet bluff.
Not
It has no quality for a 3-bet bluff.
Oh,
Mostly fold, some three betting. But like 80% fold.
Yeah, I
90%
think
fold.
even 100. I think it's gonna be 100 fold. Oh, we're on the bottom. We could have some calls, but
Not with this hand.
yeah, just fold, right?
yeah,
No bluffing, no
I
nothing.
agree. Yep. We haven't got any spots from the small blind. Is that the way you configured it, or it's just variance that we just didn't got any? Oh,
And we always have this 50% of the field left, because you chose the stocks to be shallower.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
see
gonna
every
have a
stock, like it's always will be 50%. Just
40 at least is gonna be. Now we're a bit deeper.
call. May have some raises.
Okay, think you could make a good call.
What? I'm such a fish. That's why I play so little
What
ball.
do you do against the four bet?
fold.
Yeah,
of
great,
course.
great, huh?
Well, I mean, you're blocking a lot of the over stuff.
Squeezing works very well. Can look at the response.
Okay, okay, okay.
So you wanna have a jack to squeeze. Oh, on this, what? Okay, it's again more linear. Well, not the suited connectors though. I don't know, it has weird heuristics.
Mhm. Wow, the four bet. Great. Ah, great. Even,
Yeah, it has just too much equity and equity realization. We also go for the bounty.
yeah,
Just call. 1.5 to set mine.
seems good, right? Seems good.
On the way.
So this is not really true.
Why not? Oh,
Now it is.
well, I think the way you could phrase it is like cut off an earlier has no call.
Yeah. Okay, so multi-way.
Not covering.
Well, I don't think we have one when we cover, do we?
Sorry, what?
If it's under the gun one, then we cover, but we're on the hijack, do we call?
Hmm.
Like,
Because
I don't even think like this is like make this action low jack raise, hijack call. What is cutoffs range? Because I think we'll have calls in other spots too.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's take this one. Under the gun raise, low jack is gonna call.
Make low jack raise and then hijack call. Yeah, see, now there's calling.
We both.
Right.
Well, they're really short though.
I mean, yeah. So that's a part of it, and then the positions are a part of it.
Okay.
Okay, so. Definitely, this is not.
And also, I think like the 22.4% that we see right next to the 6.5 BB pot, is that the remaining field? That one.
But
Oh no, the pot odds. Okay.
okay,
70%. I'm folding. We don't cover anyone. We're so short. They're gonna call better everything. It's just a bunt.
okay, what do you do here with pocket sevens?
Jam and bucket.
I'm folding sevens.
Oh,
Good question. Good question. Think I'm running sevens.
yeah, it makes sense because under the gun isn't opening less than 7, maybe 6s, but just that.
Oh. Eights.
Set mining.
Alright. So easy fold. Let's look at the rest of the range. It really tight.
King 10
Like, I don't
suited.
know about folding queen jack suited.
Yeah.
Like these here, maybe I've been guilty of ripping maybe a little bit too often here.
Oh,
It's not even a call.
punter.
Yeah, it's not even a call, Frank.
Dude, it's raise call. Why would you call this?
I wanna call. I wanna
King
shove,
five?
wanna shove.
You don't wanna shove ace queen at 40, but you'll
Now,
shove king five
the
at 20?
No, I
the
wanna,
previous scenario is a clear example that we have some calls in stuff you noted that it didn't. We are earlier, we don't cover anything, whatever, and it's still having some calls. You know?
yeah. So button here, we're gonna have some calls. I think 10-8 would be one of them. Is 10-7. Can we extend to 10-7? One,
I'm three betting this.
or very deep. You want a three bet?
Yeah. I'm
I
like
think
pure
this
three
is gonna
bet.
be a call like the 10-9 if we're
I'm
playing
like
it.
pure three betting this.
It's the boomerang, right? You're supposed to be three betting the boomerang at 60 big blinds.
I don't know.
This is in the middle of the boomerang, so that would be okay, but. Hmm,
Oh,
I think it's just gonna be a fold this deep.
a little three bet, no?
Is it 10-8?
Let's see.
We can see your Facebook, by the way.
Pretty sure you can.
Whenever you pull it up, we can see the side of it. Wow, just jamming, no three bets. This is interesting. Oh, this is the big blind. Go to the button range. Yeah, so it's 10-8.
And it's not the boomerang.
And then it's 9-7, 8-7, 9-8.
Who's slurping at this?
Low suited connectors.
I think I know it is. Alright. Okay, so here now. With the pairs, I think we play all pairs.
I'm pure
Yeah, easy,
calling.
easy call.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pure call. Fold.
okay, but do you have a calling range? Huh? You must have, right? Small pair?
Oh, definitely we'll have a calling range here. Just not this hand.
This is a tricky one, cuz
I don't
I
think we do because there's just not the button.
I think we'll have some calls, but it won't be a lot, and that's only because we cover both by a ton.
okay, let's see. So this is an easy fold, but
But shouldn't you have the button there if you have some calling range?
No, there'll be other spots where you have calls. It's not just button only. There was that low jack, high jack cutoff spot where we were calling a ton.
No, I mean the button of call. Like it wasn't there. Is it because the range just doesn't have calls? Yeah. If you don't
Oh
have
yeah.
the calling button there, you just don't have it.
when it gives a matrix like that, hmm,
I think the way it works, I could be wrong, but if under the gun, also being covered by a bunch opens, then you don't have calls. That makes sense because if it's against low jack and high jack, we've seen you have it.
Yeah, I think the positions matter a ton. So if you even you change this one to low jack raise, high jack call, I think we'll have calls again. But I think it's because under the gun open and someone flat, the ranges are just too strong. You don't want to be calling.
pretty weird.
The stronger the range is, the less calls. You're just polarized. Can we squeeze this? I don't want to.
Yeah, so we just fold. Fine, but how do you construct your range here?
This might be a call.
We don't cover the button, so I think it would be bad business.
What do you do with 10-9 suited?
Like three bet. With the 8 as well, you block like the bottom of the range. So it's like, yeah,
I don't. I think it's just raising or calling, but mostly calling. I could be wrong.
okay, and I would just don't see the merit in calling here. Take you fold, an easy fold. Then 9 is the one, right? What do you do here with? King queen off,
3-bet.
king jack off?
I think King Jack off is gonna mostly fold, but could have stuff going on like squeezes.
Yeah, I think the king jack O will be the indifferent one. It does a little bit of everything, mostly folds. And I'm wondering what the 5-6 suited, 7-6 suited does. Even this hand, like, I think it's gonna continue. Or at least mix. Yeah, it's a pure call.
Thought it was the bottom.
What? We have 70 big blinds jam and a lot of them. What? Are you guys doing this in game?
With ace king sometimes.
For 7, like, once you get 3 or 4 callers, yes, but not bet call. Like,
Ace jack off, never. And if you do that to me, you might get a mark.
I'll rip
Queen-
40 to 50, but 70 is just too much.
Yeah. I don't ever have a jam 70 blinds against just cut off a button. No.
I do, but
way.
you gotta get the church.
No, it's a call. Don't fold.
Yeah, 0.
Well, force is sure is a call, but the range per se.
So like
Yeah,
in general, we call every pair from a small blind. From what I understood here.
So what would
Yeah, I'm
be?
pure calling this.
Okay,
Yeah, sure, but what about? Let's say the spot.
What do you do with like nines?
I call because it's under the gun.
Yeah,
Tens.
tens.
Yeah,
Um,
so nines is the inflection point.
And like king, queen here, calling.
Okay, so linear.
Yeah.
But the bottom are bluffs, like king jack suitor is a bluff.
It
ace
looks like
queen.
the PKO matrix are very often gonna look similar to this. Linear squeeze. Lots of flat, the flat thing is condensed and then like pairs and super connectors and then that's it.
Yep.
Uh-huh. So this
many
is a very
times?
interesting spot to me as well.
I
70%
this spot
left.
sucks.
This is why I wanted to do this, 'cause I'm here usually in game with like a pocket 5 and I'm like, okay.
So what's the worst pair you're calling here, Louis?
Uh.
And also, are you just ripping or call? I mean, pairs don't make much sense to call and then just, I don't know,
Okay.
check fold.
I
It's
would
weird.
rip pocket deuces here, would I? Oh my god.
That's punty.
As fuck.
Oh
But
my god, what do you didn't mean here? Nines again? Because it's, I guess the thing here is, this guy's in front of that row, right? Cause he's short and he's first to act, so he's literally in front of that row. So he has to be tight, and when this here calls. Is this aces and kings a lot? Think so, right?
Yeah, it is.
Alright,
so ace queen, I mean, it can be wrong to just fold it.
no. I don't wanna fold ace queen, but. Do you think it's a fold?
What do you think it is, Louis?
I would put it in under the gallone's face and pray for the best here, and I'll be praying, shove and pray.
Yeah, so I think Ace Jacko is a pure fold. I think that this one's like the nothing burger where you can do all three.
Okay. So let's see if it's a good idea. Oh no, it's
Just a
I
fold.
fold.
not a
Let's
good
see
idea.
the spot.
Pure
though.
fold.
Okay, what about pairs?
Nines plus.
I like nines plus.
It has to be tight, right?
I think the pairs aren't that much interesting, but it's gonna be like one step closer or tighter than nines. Nines plus, sure. But just ace king, even ace
And
queen
no
suited.
calls.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to like out of position call and be
Wow,
whatever.
what's the ICM scenario here? 70%, so there's a,
Yeah, close to known as.
No
No.
ICM.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I would have guessed this. Yeah, this
So-
makes sense.
What is under the gun one's calling range? Is this
Seven.
realistic? Yeah, it's realistic.
hmm.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a raising range.
Makes sense.
I think in game they're gonna jam a lot.
So.
Maybe even they will jam everything. They will call
I think I'm a
nothing.
lot looser than that in reality.
I think in game they're not gonna call everything. They're gonna jam everything. The
Yeah.
unstable.
I agree with you. Okay, so we need to be.
But I think that changes nothing in our spot. Like they jam everything, we call this still the same.
Yeah,
It changes the EV. Nines will be more printing.
Yeah, but I mean we have the same range. That's what I meant. Fold, but
two. Okay, so we fold this one.
yeah,
What about king, queen? King, jack? I think king, queen has to play, right? King, jack?
I think the offsuited will all have a squeeze frequency, but I don't know this stack def. I am a
King,
fish in this
jack,
spot.
asking, king, jack. King, jack, full frequency, either squeeze or call. Majority call.
Interesting spot.
Okay, no squeezing with king, jack. But it has to play all the time.
Jamming a bunch of.
Jamming king, queen. Ho, 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 look at all the jams.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I find this one.
Yeah, you jamming king, queen much here, Frank?
Yes.
I don't understand why I'm the only one laughing. Frank,
Could you see the
you and I know the truth. And God, and Jesus. And
so
RNG.
our bluffs are like ace nine, ace eight, ace seven suited.
Andy, your camera's on.
Huh? Huh? Here goes, Andy. I turn it off for you. So yeah,
Sixes makes us a whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, jamming.
50? 47?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I would just more three bet call.
No, I'm
I
jamming.
think they're both fine.
Jamming, because you're 55 and 275 here.
I think it performs horrible post flop out of position, so I just might as well jam and
Okay,
gamble if they call over cards or stuff.
okay, alright.
Fuck.
No, 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 no. Just a squeeze. You don't wanna. If this guy wasn't here, I think maybe.
Can we see the study, the previous one?
I don't know if you see it here. Can we enlarge? Yeah, so they would be it.
But this is from the current one, not
Yeah.
the one before. Right?
No? Oh, yeah, you're right. The Wizzy is a little slow. So tens.
Why?
This is the.
Oh,
Wait. We were the small one.
Yeah, you can see nines is pure doing it, so tens is not far off.
but why? Like, is it stack depth that we had some jumps before, but not now? A lot of jumps before, like the one you all said king queen jam and Louis left.
Yeah,
What? So 40 to 50 makes a difference.
yeah,
You
but
jam a bunch and not.
I think it's the 15 big blinds more.
Okay.
Even more. Cutoff was 48.
Yeah,
Okay.
two.
We
Call,
saw
right?
pocket pairs who wants to call a
Okay.
bunch to lower.
You
Pure
call
call.
pocket deuce here, right?
Pure call. Yep. All the low
Yeah.
pairs.
Set mining.
But
I'm gonna show it again, make sure everyone sees it well.
When you're on the button, you can call your twos, Louis. It's about it though.
Just making sure we are all on the same page here.
Okay, but only on the button.
See here? See that?
And go to the cut. Go to the cutoff real quick.
No, green is the color of grass, it's the color of life.
Go to the cutoff
money.
real quick.
Yeah, that's right, huh? Do you think that your cutoff is gonna play like that?
No, I want to reinforce this to you.
No, I don't wanna see the cutoff. You think the cutoff has any call at all here? Or some calls? Or is it gonna be magically no calls at all? These
Well, the racing from under the gun, under the gun one makes
yeah, but
it.
cutoff would be the biggest here in this stack arrangement. Would cover everybody.
No, there's a 150 stack in.
He called.
Oh, yeah, snaps.
But he's linear, right?
He's not linear.
No.
So cutoff would have only a 3-bet option here. Am I wrong?
I think so.
Any calls for the cutoff? Plenty of calling. Look at this, Nick.
Damn.
Color of life. The color
What
of
the heck?
money. Yeah. Same thing happens in ICM, huh? Final table, middle stack against middle stack.
I think with more ICM, less call.
Oh, we might jam this
Oh,
Yep.
how did you find a jam here?
because
Well,
I'm the best.
effective stack is 40. I think that's when we have some.
You guys are funny today, Frank and Nick and.
Where's the lie?
See the. Can we quickly see the range, please?
With pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh, we're lagging a little bit here. Hello? Okay. Yeah,
This is not the one we were. This is the calling after the jamming.
what did we wanna know in that one?
What are jamming
The-
ranges? Go to small
From
blind.
the small blind, we cover everyone.
We jammed fours, right?
I think fours is probably the worst one. I think like threes is gonna call. Yeah.
Okay, that makes us lower pairs want to jam more because they have worst playability post flop, and it's like the same. They're not gonna.
Hmm,
Yeah, and we also. Wait, what? So we, for the effective, we basically have little to no races. It's just calling jamming, only aces, and some to pull to balance the aces.
I mean, we're calling more than half the time when we're continuing.
Or calling. Yeah, makes sense because it's just 1.5 blinds to see if we hit something and fuck them all.
we cover original opener.
This
This is
is
close to the 10-8 hand, right? So we're gonna have to find some calls here. I guess.
mostly call, some three bet.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't find any 3-bets here. What would I 3-bet with? I would 3-bet an ace jack off, a king queen
Yeah,
off,
I was
king ten
I was
off.
thinking the same.
No,
More
a king
offsuit.
jack off. I would,
And like ace 8, ace 7 suited.
yes. Ace 5, ace 4. I would
Sure.
3-bet some of the catapult. Yeah, catapult here. Yeah, and this is a call.
100%. Slow. You wanna call it GTO lizard? So slow.
Okay,
So
so
linear, not polarized. Okay. Linear from the small. Well, I'm finding it hard to do like a pattern.
yeah,
Like when is it linear? When is it not? When do we have mostly jams? It's been confusing so far, to be
it's not
honest.
easy, right? And then when we have the, I think it started to mix up more when we have the small one.
Well, if I learn something today, so I'm gonna play way less PKO for sure.
Oh no,
I don't know, but how many players are playing PKOs optimally though, right? That's the thing. A lot of these spots are all player dependent.
True.
Some guys that cover everybody at the table, they're calling you with like 9-2 suited and stuff, right? Or, you know,
Yeah.
I cover, you got 2 bounties, let's go.
What happens?
had a little lag.
What is this? Oh,
The new hand,
hijack jammed. You called. No, he opened. You call. He jams. The other guy jams. Well, this is obviously a fold, but what are we calling?
yeah, do you call pairs here?
Again with the nines plus, but also I think I don't know. I'm such a PKO fish. 13 big. What?
Hmm. What would I do with pocket sevens here? So two call.
I think against the machine, I'm folding because big blind
Call.
may be linear.
I'm calling pocket sevens.
Can you? What's the worst part that big blind is jamming?
You only cover one.
I
with
think
the
big
small
blind is
bounty.
jamming a lot of pairs here. All of them. Is he not? All of them?
Maybe
I
not
don't think
twos, but
so.
like fives, fours, sure.
He's super covering and then you just wanna get heads up for the bounty.
Yeah, what's the worst pair we call?
That's very, very interesting.
I'm gonna guess sixes or sevens.
I'm gonna guess eights.
Yeah, like 8s, 9s probably.
Frank the net.
Lift it up.
Wow. Okay, I see. What do you say, Eggman?
Right here, worst call.
Oh, again with the almost no calls because they were all
Bro, you're
raising.
covered. You're covered. You gotta be respectful here.
This
Nah,
count.
it's big blind jam. Worst pair we call.
Yeah,
Sixes.
against that.
Boom. Fives. Boom.
Yep, 6s and 5s look okay.
Any fold trees? Okay,
And what fours were all jam pre-flop?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for the effect, it's just one.
okay, very tough.
So we were fold. We cover no one. We don't want to raise against under the gun for sure. Yeah, we saw this one. call and more linear. We saw it recently. Low king
No.
jacks.
Probably just
I'm
fold here.
folding.
This is a fold.
Oh, we don't cover anyone. Sure.
Maybe king nine, we can look at calling. Make
would-
straight.
Fold king
King
nine.
10.
I would fold king nine. Ooh,
I was kind of.
Ooh. You know what I'm gonna do with king ten? I'm gonna yam it in right in their faces.
yamming,
King ten.
36,
Or you can eat buds.
not sure.
You don't wanna yam king ten?
No, I don't wanna yam king ten.
Okay.
Okay, no yamming king ten.
Okay,
Call.
king nine is the floor.
King, king ten vanilla's gotta be a yam here.
Yes.
It's gotta be a vanilla yam.
Against CP, MEP.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Versus vanilla,
Oh, no,
40 effect, just do like 40 bigs. It's gotta be a yam.
no, no. I refuse to look.
Fold.
Yeah, I just fold here too.
Anyone call?
No.
What do you do with king jack? Do you have
Fold.
two eye offsuit cards that call here?
King queen.
Okay, and you fold king jack.
If it was suited, probably a call.
King jack O fold. Maybe slivers of call.
This just feels like trouble. I'm folding.
Yeah, that's my exact same thought. Trouble.
Yeah. Also, under the gun, one has little or no worse hands. Like queen ten off, it's folding. Jack ten off, it's folding. So you're out of position against a better range. Offsuited. Yep. King jack off also. So again with the linear.
Okay,
Yep.
So could we agree that small blind always go linear with the races?
almost, yeah.
Doesn't matter if we cover or not. If we cover, we're just wider, and if we don't cover, we're just tighter. But we always go linear.
With the three bets, the jam's not so much.
Sure.
Fold.
Probably just a fold.
I'm three betting.
I lean towards folding.
Too deep.
I
to-
think
no?
it's pretty border. I mean, King Jack is gonna raise. This is gonna fall. Yeah.
A little bit too deep to three bet. 40 big blind would be,
Call.
You can three bet.
Three bet to call the all in. Okay.
Fold.
okay. I know.
I was gonna disagree.
Eights,
Fucking nits.
suited eights. It's easy, it's
Well, I
easy.
guess it's suited though, right? And we can make a straight.
Well, it's whatever. 0.01. Yeah.
King four. A little wide here, no?
No. You're just a nit.
No, I've seen this on coaching sessions and also videos. King X suited in the small blind one too, and also in the button. They want you. If we cover, we want to call a lot. See a bunch of flops.
Yep.
Foldy. Ace 10 also folding. Against under the gun, I fold.
Yep. Fold.
Easy.
Against under the gun, I fold. So we respect a lot the under the gun.
We don't cover. Do we need to dig deep?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a fold. Yeah. King 8 suited plus maybe 7. King 6.
6?
Well, whatever. It was probably a 0.01. Against under the gun, we cover every. No, we don't cover everybody. Oh, there's no call. Easy fold then. If there's no call, we fold. Easy
This
peasy.
hurts Louis so much.
My heart, I can't take this.
So again with the linear
big
tight
blind.
stuff.
Too big blind, 2, I mean.
Well,
Fold.
yeah, I think fold. Ace queen is the bluff. We saw this. We cover everyone though.
Close
don't know.
to 0 EV.
Yeah. So. Oops. Call. Pretty sure it's a call.
This might actually be a call.
You guys are a little loosey, no?
We just have everyone covered by 3x.
Hey. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's close.
Is it?
Yeah, look at the EV.
I think
So queen 8
queen
is
nine.
the
Queen 9.
queen 8. Yes, queen 8.
Okay,
We
okay.
wanna start making straights, flopping cut shots and stuff. Raise if there's no fold. I mean,
Three
if
bet.
there's no call, we're definitely not folding. We're definitely not jamming. Easy 3-bet. Yeah.
This is how I pass my exams in school. We're definitely not doing this, definitely not good. Only one good answer here.
Descarte.
Eh,
Well, if we don't, again, if we don't have a call, it's an easy fold. These were the tight ranges against under the gun, not covering. Pretty linear tight.
If we were covering, there might be slivers of 3-bet, but yeah, just a fold.
I even ace-x suited were folding a bunch.
Okay, so what do you do with pairs here? Are you gonna just mock pocket sevens here?
Yes, I think
You have a
yes,
call feature.
and you start like 8s and 9s and you just stack
No,
it up.
no calling range.
No calling range. Why is that here?
9s and you start just
Because the
going.
ranges are too strong. Under the gun, under the gun.
The ranges are too strong, but can
And
we?
then we induce someone to squeeze behind us.
Bro, I'm
But
telling you,
if you're
I'm
like at
telling
the
you,
bottom,
it's a script. It's a script. It's how these are ran. If you put
But-
this in HRC, you're gonna have some calling ranges propagate here.
okay.
You were pretty sure of that,
So-
right?
I've been playing with this stuff a lot, like in the past months, and like 95% sure, if not more.
Okay, so
Makes sense, because if we start calling, we start like having a bunch of trees that, GTO wizard will need super.
So I will
Sim-
tell you this, okay,
Very
GTO
good.
Wizard's smart. They do know where some of the strategies are not as important. So, I mean, if they did decide to run scripts this way, it's because the calling strategy is like hardly not there. It's hardly there. So it's like worth admitting because it's not as important because it's a very minor part of the strategy is what I would guess.
So
So
sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, you're not gonna have much calls here.
Which are gonna be, I mean, if you run this in HRC, which are gonna be a call? If we're seeing the range in the upper right is the
Here,
8 suited, the pairs.
90% left, okay, so what I'll do, just so we can kinda like, so I'm not just spouting off of the mouth here. I'm gonna open HRC since I'm back on my computer now.
welcome.
It feels good to be home. It really does.
Tell you what, while you're having a little, I don't know what to call that, but I'm gonna go refill.
While I'm having good. Yeah, refreshing up your coffee. I'm just gonna throw this in HRC. So we'll do multi-table ICM, bounty mode, PKO. This is 8 max, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So big blind's gonna have 48. 72.
You can do 60 effective, you know, like equal stock.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter too much. 60. I'm just gonna put them in like this. It's not too big of a deal. 64. 56. 44. 52. 52 and UTG has 68. PKOs, that would be 100, that would be 100, that would be 100, that would be 100. 100, all the way to the button, which is 150. 100, 100. We're just gonna do a flat pay structure, so it's not like a big deal at the top. Say it's like 20 grand or something. And ICM multi-table, we'll leave it at that. 6, no, we wanna make it like, I don't know, let's make it like 1,000 people. Average chip stack is kinda whatever. That looks clean. Here's this. It doesn't really matter too much. I'm not gonna mess with the post flop trees. Just so it's nice and quick.
I just noticed Andy's image or who was that? Cheat, we gotta check.
Alright, so I'm just gonna let this run. So say something like this. And
It's funny, something we noticed.
so we're saying like, wait, what'd you say again?
Whenever your HRC.
So there's one.
Your audio is messing up, it's funny.
Yeah, dude, HRC like just like nukes your computer resources. Alright, so we need to allow. Just allow 3. It's gonna make it a little bit larger, but it's kind of whatever.
The police is behind you, Nick.
Yeah, cuz we could have a lot of really nice hands, just wanna
We're
call to see a
about-
flop.
Okay, so like now, I'm just gonna let this run for a second. I'm gonna sound like a robot, but. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Probably can. But yeah, so like, you see like there's gonna, the EVs, if you let this thing run down, like obviously, three betting is more profitable than calling here. So some of this stuff will converge, but there will be calls in here at some frequency. It's like, it's not like it's just not an option.
Can you move the window so Louis can't see the 8% of pocket twos?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry,
There was a lot of,
Thank you.
sorry. Just, it's noise. I didn't really run it down, but like,
I'm sorry, we don't see the.
there, it's gone, it's gone. Whew, that was close.
Oh my goodness, what happened? Who broke it?
But yeah, so I mean, there'll be calls. That's why like I'm pretty certain it's just how they have like a custom script that they ran their sims with. Probably to like add complexity to the sim, so it's like a bigger sim without like it being like insanely ridiculous to run. Cause it's like, if you give it the options, there's always gonna be some kind of frequency that propagates there unless you like converge it to basically zero. It's just gonna be some form of noise. Cause you end up with silly stuff like this. Like this stuff makes no sense. Like this is, I would obviously have to clean this up quite a bit. But, yeah, not to diverge too much more. It's just
I
something to keep in like your thoughts. When, applying a strategy.
So there's a
I
hot.
think if you run it like a million more times, it's gonna start like making more sense. Like it's not gonna have faults with king nine, but calls with king eight. It's gonna be more linear.
Yeah, no, you're right. And like what you can do is,
But it will
so
100% have a calling range, we agree.
it'll 100% have a
Mhm.
calling range. For instance, if you look at king, queen off here. The profitability of king, queen off as a call is $5 compared to like the raising option. So even if I was to let this converge, this is still probably gonna end up being the dominant strategy here. I'm just being lazy and haven't converged it. So, I would imagine like king, queen off would fit pretty nicely into a call range here. King, jack, okay, so this is gonna be like marginal. This is probably gonna end up being close to a fold or like. You'll see a Neapolitan response where you get a little bit of everything.
So
This is
all
gonna,
the no call range we saw are to be taken with like a grain of salt.
yeah, I mean, it's a simplification. Like if GTO Wizard's doing it, like they've obviously put in some of this work that I'm doing now.
Yeah,
So like it can't be wrong. But like, I would just keep in mind, like if you're playing a call strategy there, it's not like you're just like punting or making like huge mistakes. It's probably fine. Like, look at this, like the profitability of, queen jack here is. Granted, like these are very pixelated simulations. I didn't run these down. So, but I mean, it looks about twice as profitable as the other options, just on the face of things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
thanks a lot for running it. Right, I think we're gonna wrap it up on this. Do you guys have hands marked that you wanted to review?
um, I think I sent Danny some interesting ones yesterday, but we kinda looked at them already.
By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe and if you want and you wanna see a subject covered by us, just leave it in the comments, if you got suggestions, let us know. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody.